Hello, and welcome to Cook County Traffic Driving School, or as we like to call it, Defensive Driving School. My name is Donald Johnson, and I'll be your instructor for the next 4 hours.
Well, traffic school began as an idea. I really wanted to do something within the year 2008. I was pretty much dedicated to wanting to do a larger scale film project. And when I finally went to traffic school in August of 2008, I said, this is it. This is the idea that I have to go with. My experience there was, to me, so ridiculous in the terms of the elementary material that the instructor was teaching, how the instructor thought that he was really a stand-up comedian.
So how's everyone doing tonight? Good?
But he wasn't. He was a traffic school instructor, and the different people that were within the traffic school class and how I fit into that and how I got in trouble in class, all that was the inspiration for really writing this film.
Okay. What is this? Anyone? Yes, Abdul.
Stop sign?
Stop sign, that's right. And what do we...
So it took about 2 weeks to write it, and after I was done writing it, I immediately did Craigslist posting and went through an audition process that took about 2 weeks. I did auditions for a full week, and then by the end of the week, I pretty much had solidified who I wanted to pick.
Oh, the audition was at Matt's condo downtown in the city. I went to the audition, and I had my time slot, and I had shown up, and there was another guy coming in looking equally confused, had a headshot and whatever else, so I figured he was probably coming to the same thing. And so I actually did audition with that first gentleman as well as with Adam, so I kind of got to do a double audition at the same time. So that was it was pretty unique, but it was fun for me because I was able to play with the character a little bit more and try it a different way the second time around with Adam.
It's always a good sign when you can just laugh with the person, and I think we had that, immediately. Yeah. It was cool. It was interesting.
Adam came in, he forgot to bring his sides. I had emailed them to him, but I don't think he got it or something like that. So he actually hadn't looked at the scene, and he had to audition in my apartment with Aaron and with another guy who was also auditioning for the role of Brad.
So I'm like standing in Matt's kitchen, and the guy is reading the same sides that I'm about to read, and that's just horrible. Because I'm sitting here watching this guy, I'm judging him, and I know about 2 seconds later I'm going to go and he's going to be judging me. So, usually you're in 2 separate rooms or whatnot.
He felt the awkwardness of the audition scenario, and he used that for his character, and took the character exactly where it was supposed to be.
An hour and a half later, we're still talking about stop signs.
Yeah. Well, the next lesson's about yielding and right away, so we're moving right along.
I guess when I write women, I write them sometimes incredibly sarcastic and incredibly witty, because that's not necessarily what you see in real life, except for the one girl you meet who is different from the other girls, that draws you in.
Emily was a fun character to play. She's very witty and sarcastic and kind of a rebel without a cause. She doesn't care much about rules and anything like that, but she puts on this front, and she really is quite vulnerable, and she was a very appealing and fun character in the sense that she's relatable, and to a lot of women that I know too that try to put up this tough image, and then when things hit the fan, she shows her vulnerability quite a bit.
Emily! How's it going?
Well, I read the character and I thought, I really think I would like to do this. I think I'm suited to do this. And so I said, well, this seems a lot like, in certain ways, because he's not very politically correct, the guy on Steve Carell's character, Michael, on The Office.
Bing Fang Hong. Ooh, that's a tongue twister. Bing Fang Hong, Bing Fang Hong. Oh, Bing, do you need an interpreter?
So, read the script a couple of days earlier and just kind of try to figure it out in my head. And then I wanted to be extra, a little bit big, a little bit positive to counteract how the class was, not into the coursework. So I tried to, and I think Matt steered me in that direction to be, quite, somewhat animated.
Look, Brad, I can't have you talking to Emily during class, okay? I'm worried that you might not absorb the information I'm teaching.
With all due respect, Mr. Johnson, this class is a little elementary for me.
From an economic standpoint, I produced the film myself. I funded it myself, and pretty much paid for everything. But from a supportive side, I had support from my family and from my wife and from my wife's family. And they did little tidbits here and there. My mom helped cater it. My wife took still pictures and helped organize things. My dad helped as an assistant director on set that day. And people were there for support. My father-in-law was in it because I needed an extra body in it. So obviously there's no way this would have been able to get done without that supportive team.
I'm telling you, this guy doesn't like me.
I don't think Mr. Johnson is bad man.
What do you know?
Traffic school, started in November, and I was the writer, director, producer, editor, and now I'm the webmaster, and now I'm the promoter of Traffic School, and those are my two new jobs. So the goal now is to promote the film and to have it at film festivals. We've applied to 22 so far. I'll probably end up applying to about 30 in total. Hopefully one of those submissions will take, and one of these festivals will show our film, and we can hopefully make some great contacts and great connections through those festivals.
And what do we do when we get to a stop sign?
Stop?
Stop! That's right, Bing! Now, contrary to popular belief, it doesn't stand for slightly tap on pedal.